everybody. A very good evening to everyone right in there. Welcome to the very session. My name is Preksha Sharma, your English educator at Unacademy, and I give you all a very warm welcome to this very particular session, wherein we are gonna deal with the character sketches from your book First Flight and Footprints Without Feet. Alright, so it's gonna be a revision kind of thing. So please make sure that whenever I come up with these sessions, you guys are definitely attending it. It's like really important. You have to really use some of the points which are important. All right. I mean, important in terms of the fact that you get an understanding that this is what they are mentioning, and accordingly you are making the most out of it. Alrighty, people. So a very good evening to everyone right in there. Hey, Sanjana. Hi, dear. Hi, everybody. Hey, Sanjeev. Hello. How have you been even doing? It's been so long. I don't see you either in the special classes anymore. Okay, everyone. Hi Prince Beta. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to the session. I hope आप सब लोग अच्छे से पढ़ाई कर रहे हो. I hope आप सब लोग अच्छे से मेरी classes attend कर रहे हो. I hope that you all are getting everything, getting everything that I'm stating. I mean, you are getting the meaning of everything that I've been telling you all. ओके हे हर्ष हाय डियर गाइस आगे चलते हैं आई एम श्योर आप लोगों को पता है माय नेम इज प्रेक्षा शर्मा इफ दैट इज न्यू एंड वाचिंग द वीडियो फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम let me give a very brief intro about myself. I've been like really guiding all of you to be really good in your comm skills, to go get good marks in your examination, and to maintain a balance between your academic English and your between your academic English and your day-to-day practical English, because we need to maintain a balance. Like there should be a decorum should be which should be like well maintained in all these aspects, because that would be like really helpful for everyone in the long run. Alrighty, so please make sure that you guys are always going ahead with the best for your own self. Okay, so this is going to be like the character sketch from the First Flight and Footprints Without Feet. It's gonna be the revision. You know, a lot of chapters have been there, and we need to like make sure that we are doing all the chapters the right way. We are understanding everything in the good manner. Alrighty, okay. I get that, Sanjeev. Alright, the trees does it mean? Ma'am, the trees poem, what does it mean? No certain, buddy, its feet in shadow. It means that there is no presence of any tree in the forest, due to which no shadow of the tree is being created. Now, what does it mean is that there is no sunlight, all right, which is able to create the shadow in the forest. Okay, like the no shadow is coming into process because of it. All right. In the shadow, and that was empty. All these nights will be full of trees by morning. हाँ, मतलब ये है कि जो क्या कहते हैं, जो फॉरेस्ट मतलब अभी तक bare थे. I mean that there were no trees because people have cut the trees and had taken them into their homes for their decoration out of their greed and selfishness. Now they have planted all that in their homes. That is why the forest, they are completely bare. But now since they have decided that they are gonna move out, so they are gonna fill the entire they are gonna fill the entire forest with trees by the next morning, because they are now moving out of it. Okay. Is that clear? Great. That is right. Sun is not representing anything. Sun is sun. Okay, animal is animal. All right, insect is insect. The sun is not the representation of anything. It's not like used as a metaphor or a symbol. Nothing like that. It is just stating that the sun, the sunlight, okay, is not getting you can say the sun is not throwing its light on the women. Like they are being enclosed into a particular domain. They are not allowed to move outside and enjoy the sunlight and the fresh air. There is no limitless sky given to the women. So that is what it is talking about, that the women, they are not getting the sunlight. They are not getting the light on themselves. That's what it is talking about. Okay? Hi Janvi, a very good evening. Noor Mehta, hi dear. समझ में आई बात? Got it? चलिए अब हम हमारे चैप्टर से स्टार्ट करते हैं. पहला चैप्टर हमारा है द सर्मन एट बनारस. ठीक है, जल्दी से मुझे बताओ चैप्टर में क्या दे रखा है. जल्दी से quickly, be very clear. All right, the moral of the tree poem there is that there is no moral as such, but like on a broader context, it is talking about the fact that the women, all right, like the women, all right, they are not supposed to be like the human is not supposed to be kept in captivity. Okay, the women is not a product to be like the women is not an object. There should not be the objectification of the women. The women has equal rights in the society like the man has. Sorry, the man, like the women have got the equal right in the society like the man have. Okay, so that is what you are supposed to go ahead with. And the women and men, I'm talking in the plural context. Okay. Okay, it's about a life lesson. Very good. The sermon in Banaras. Already, it's talking about death. Alrighty. All right, here we go. It is about a life lesson. Yes, of course, that is very right. Akriti. Okay, hey, good evening. So, the sermon in Banaras is one of the chapters which is talking about like one of the teachings, one of the preachings that was being provided by Lord Buddha. Okay, so that is what we are here dealing with. And the teaching is like a very important one. And what is that? That is death is inevitable. All right. What does it say? It says death is inevitable. Inevitable का क्या मतलब होता है? That it is unavoidable. ठीक है? This is something that is unavoidable. That's what you have to keep in your mind. So this is the meaning that we are getting out of it. Alrighty. अब हम क्या करेंगे, हम कैरेक्टर वाइज करेंगे। ठीक है, पहला कैरेक्टर हम यूज करेंगे कीसा गौतमी का। कीसा गौतमी का जो कैरेक्टर था वो बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज इन दिस वेरी पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर लॉर्ड बुद्धा हैज एक्सप्लेन द थ्योरी ऑफ डेथ एंड द थ्योरी ऑफ नॉट लिमिटिंग फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम टू एक्सेप्ट द रियलिटी दैट हैज बीन डन बाय द कैरेक्टर ऑफ कीसा गौतमी। ओके, शी वॉज अ यंग वुमेन, all right, who lost her only son. Okay, that means that she had what? She had just one son. Okay, that is what we see here. Now she was unable to accept her son's death and had lost her senses. तो वो unable थी, ठीक है, अपने बेटे की death accept नहीं कर पा रही थी, and she had lost her senses. So she went to every door and begged people to cure her son. So what did she do? She was visiting all the doors and she was asking people to cure her son. Now we see the Buddha made her realize that human life is temporary, it is like short and brief. Okay, and it is like it is associated with the sufferings and pain. So she understood that she had become selfish in her sorrow. वो ये समझ गई थी कि वो बहुत ज़्यादा selfish हो गई थी अपने दुख में, and was thinking only about her pain, और सिर्फ अपने दुख के बारे में ही सोच रही थी. Okay, did you all get that? समझ में आ गई ये बात? Is that clear to everybody? Prakash Mani, really? Okay, I do that because I've been in the practice of speaking well. I have practiced really a lot on it. All you need to do is that you need to give your sweat and blood in this. I mean, not really. It doesn't really require like too much of efforts, but some of your efforts on a regular basis. Once you'll start getting into some efforts on a regular basis, it's gonna be helpful for you, okay, in the long run, and it does help. So the fluent speaking can come easily once you're working at it. Once you'll start working at it, you will be definitely succeeding in it. ठीक है? सो हम क्या कह रहे हैं, द सरमन इन बनारस जो है, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, कीसा गौतमी एक यंग वुमेन थी, ठीक है, जिसने अपना ओनली सन खो दिया था. वो अनेबल थी, शी वॉज नॉट एबल टू एक्सेप्ट हर सन्स डेथ एंड शी हैड लॉस्ट हर सेंसेस. शी वेंट टू एवरी डोर, तो वो हर रास्ते से मतलब घर से घर जाती थी और मांगती थी कि मेरे बेटे को बचा लो, लाइक दैट. ठीक है, तो अब क्या करना है आपको. इसमें जो कीसा गौतमी के आप क्या कर सकते हो, लेट मी टेल यू ऑल, मैंने ये आप लोगों को हाईलाइट्स दिए. नाउ व्हाट यू ऑल कैन डू इज यू कैन कोट हर sentences while writing her character analysis. I mean, if any question comes in your examination which somewhere demands something related to the character of Kisa Gautami, so you should be able to give the proper answer, and that can come when you know the chapter like thoroughly. देखिए, आपने अगर क्लोज रीडिंग करी है चैप्टर की तो आपको पता होगा कि उसके क्या क्या स्टेटमेंट्स हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लाइक शी हैड बीन गोइंग टू एवरी होम, शी वाज आस्किंग फॉर मेडिसिन, शी वाज बीइंग गिवन द आइडिया बाय लॉर्ड बुद्धा दैट the kid can be saved if she could go and like ask for these things. However, then she realized at a point where she thought that she was so selfish. So you can just quote those sentences directly by keeping them in the double inverted commas. ठीक है, मैंने आप लोगों को ये बोला है ना कि आप लोग उसे डबल इन्वर्टेड कॉमर्स में रखोगे तो आपको अच्छे से समझ में आ जाती है बात. समझ में आ रही है बात एवरीबडी? यस, राइट, आर यू ऑल गेटिंग दैट? सो प्लीज उसको कोट करो और फिर आप अपने उसको इलेबोरेट कर लो. ठीक है, यू कैन ऑलवेज जस्टिफाई योर आंसर्स दिस वे एंड दैट टू इन अ वेरी क्लियर मैनर. दैट्स नॉट गोना बी प्रॉब्लमैटिक. All right, got that. Everybody good. Very nice. Now, the next character from the given chapter is that of the Lord Buddha. So, the Buddha, he led a luxurious life, but human sufferings, pain, and death made him restless. He left home to know the cause of human sufferings. I have kept it a little brief. You can add those points that he lived a royal life. His name was Siddharth Gautam. All right, and then he was sent at the age of 12 to study the sacred scriptures. Then, at the age of 16, he got married. All right, and then they had children. For the first 25 years he lived a very nice life, a very luxurious life. He never knew what was sufferings, but once while he went out, okay, to hunt, he saw a lot of things in the world which he had not earlier faced. He came across what? Like, he came across whom? Could you please tell me? Yes, everybody. Could you please tell me that what did he come across? Like, what did he see that made him like so very much restless? What did he see? What made him leave his home? Why did he decide to leave his home? What did he want to know? So, what did he come across? Quickly tell me, everybody. Yes, guys. When did he like what did he come across? Quickly, everybody. Anshul, that totally depends upon the like the marks associated with the question. If the question is for 3 marker, you'll have to wrap it up in like 4 to 5 lines. That is in four, like that is basically going to be your 40 to 50 words or whatever limit has been given in your examination, 40 to 50, 40 to 45 words. Okay, like that. But if the question has been asked to you in you can say in 6 marker thing, therein you'll have to definitely make it a little more detailed. It has to be like descriptive. All the details should be there. Okay, that is what you need to keep in your mind. Poor people, sick man, all right, that is all okay. He saw the poor suffering. ठीक है, all right, sick man, that is all okay, not a problem. So the Buddha, he led a luxurious life. ठीक है, वो कैसी लाइफ जी रहे थे? Luxurious life. फिर आप ये बोल सकते हो क्या क्या देखा उसने? Poor people देखा, sick man देखा, और क्या था? Funeral procession देखा, funeral procession, और साथ के साथ there was a beggar who was asking for alms, right? So that is why he left his home in order to know the cause of human suffering. So what happened is that he wandered in the world for 7 years, and one day he decided to sit under the Bodhi tree, I mean the people tree, which he later named to be the Bodhi tree after he had attained the enlightenment. Okay, so he had attained enlightenment after sitting for 7 days under that tree. Okay, so he realized, what did he realize? फिर आप ये लिख सकते हो, after gaining the enlightenment, he realized that death and decay come naturally to the world. जब उसको enlightenment मिल गई, तब उसको ये realize हुआ कि जो death और decay है, वो naturally आता है. These are the terms of the world that couldn't be avoided. All right, monk begging for alms. Absolutely across. He had come across an aged person, a funeral procession, a monk asking for alms, and a sick man. Very good, Akriti. Absolutely correct. So my idea is like, what do I want to tell you all here is, please make sure that you know the details. I have been saying this almost in all my sessions. I keep on reiterating this. You guys need to know it, right? Like, it's really one of the important things to be kept in your mind. Okay, so what happens here is that he realized that death and decay that came so naturally to the world. Now he traveled from one place to another and delivered sermons in the form of simple stories. So what did he do? Like, he was not traveling from one place to another, and he was delivering the sermons. Sermons क्या होते हैं? Hey Shlok, hi dear, hi Vijita, hello people, welcome to the session. So sermons क्या होते हैं कि आप religious teachings जो देते हो, ऑल राइट, जैसे कि रिलीजियस टीचिंग जो भी आप प्रीच कर रहे हो, यानी कि आप जो प्रचार कर रहे हो, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सिंपल स्टोरीज. सो ही प्रीच दैट ह्यूमन सफरिंग एंड डेथ आर इनएविटेबल. इनएविटेबल मतलब अनअवॉइडेबल. उसने ये समझाया कि जो डेथ है, ठीक है, और जो क्या कहते हैं सफरिंग है, वो अनअवॉइडेबल है. इट कम्स अनइनवाइटेड बट इट विल डेफिनेटली बी कमिंग. सो ही वॉज एबल टू ओवरकम ऑल sorrows. Now, like in the connection of Buddha, you can definitely incorporate the example of Kisa Gautami, that how did she help him, all right? That, sorry, how did she really made him feel everything? Like, how did she really he was able to overcome all sorrows, as in that how did he help him, how did he help him like overcome the things, how did he help him to analyze everything? Okay, sorry, how did he help her to analyze everything? How did he help her to overcome her grief, her lamentation, her sorrows? All right, that is what you need to keep in your mind. All right, begging for alms. Alms, beta. Alms basically refer to the basic things like the food, shelter, or like the clothes. That is what alms is. That animals and insects represent joy and happiness. Shivdat, that could be like one of the interpretations for the given poems. That is right. That's not wrong either. Okay, because they represent the animals and insects. Basically, they represent the free liberty around, the liberty to see and enjoy the nature. Okay, that is what they are the representations of. All right, however, that is not really the case that they are used as a metaphor or something. No, nothing like that. Whatever the animals, insects they are being referred to, that means the basic pleasures of being in the world, like being free to enjoy everything, being free to see the things around. Okay, that is what the thing is. ठीक है या ठीक है, समझ में आया? तो आप यहाँ पे इंक्लूड कर सकते हो किससे रिलेटेड पॉइंट्स, कीचक गौतमी से रिलेटेड पॉइंट्स. ठीक है, अब हम हमारे नेक्स्ट कैरेक्टर्स में आते हैं. ठीक है, समन बनारस से आपको ज्यादा कीसा गौतमी और बुद्धा, लॉर्ड बुद्धा से रिलेटेड ही आंसर देना होगा. ओके, नथिंग मोर देन दैट. हाउ एवर इफ वी आर गोना टॉक अबाउट जस्ट अ मिनट, समन एंड बनारस से आपको यही देना है. फिर हमारा नेक्स्ट आता है प्रपोजल. प्रपोजल किसने लिखा है? टेल मी इन द कॉमेंट सेक्शन. Who is the writer of the play The Proposal? Tell me in the comment section. Who is the writer, everybody? In the comment section. Quickly, everyone. In the comment section. Anton Chekhov. Are you sure the spelling, Prakash? Mani, the spelling. Look at the spelling. The spelling really matters. I've been saying this all the times. Like, if you guys are not good in spelling, that's not gonna be good for you people. Okay? So Ruhani, all right. Anshul, you've forgotten. Why have you forgotten? You need to remember it, okay? All these things, they shouldn't be forgotten. Remember them, okay? That's like very, very good and important thing. Chaliye, now we are going ahead, everybody. Let's have a look at this. Okay, here we are, everyone. Let's get going, guys. Okay, here we go. एंटन चेकॉफ, ठीक है. सो प्रपोजल में क्या दे रखा है? हमने ये रिवीजन भी किया है. टेल मी व्हाट्स बीन गिवन इन द प्ले द प्रपोजल. क्या दे रखा है द प्रपोजल में? व्हाट इज इट दैट वी फाइंड? क्विकली टेल मी एवरीवन. जल्दी बताओ. मैरिज प्रपोजल, अच्छा ठीक है. लाइक व्हाट इज द थीम दैट्स रनिंग थ्रू आउट? लाइक व्हाट इज इट दैट इट्स लाइक ब्रॉडली टॉकिंग अबाउट? क्या इसमें आपको दिख रहा है कि ज्यादा बहुत अच्छे से मेंशन किया हुआ है? व्हाट इज इट? Acha, ठीक है, Anshul, you're talking about the fight, all right. What else do we see here? Like, what is it that they are talking in a broader sense? Marriage proposal, Anshul, ठीक है. Shivdat, sorry, Sanjeev, yeah, Sanjeev, that is okay. All right, I get that. Argument, Joel, that is absolutely right. ठीक है. So the proposal is basically a play which is talking about what? Which is basically talking about the fact that I am, like, they are referring to the like basically the play is talking about the quarreling nature of characters. ठीक है, हमें इसमें क्या दिख रहा है? हमें जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं उनका क्वेरलिंग नेचर दिख रहा है कि बड़े ही झगड़ालू किस्म के हैं. इन दिस चैप्टर इट टॉक्स अबाउट द टेंडेंसी ऑफ वेल्दी पीपल टू मेक बॉन्ड विद द वेल्दी पीपल ओनली. Okay, yeah, very good, Akriti. And Noor Mehta says the tendency of rich families to hunt ties with other wealthy families to extend their estates by encouraging marriages that observe economic sense. Absolutely good. ठीक है, absolutely good, Noor. That is very right. Selfish nature of a father and daughter. Yup, Sanjeev, but the absolute good answer has been given by, in a way, Noor and Akriti. You guys are absolutely right. The chapter basically presents the thinking and the tendency of the wealthy families, the rich families, who always want to get their sons or the daughters or the granddaughters or the grandsons married to the rich families. That means of their equal status. Why? Because they want to maintain their status in the society. Along with that, out of the economic concerns, they want the marriages to be taken place in the equal families. समझ में आई ये बात? Is that making sense to everyone? Yes, guys. Is this clear to everybody? Is that clear? ठीक है. सो अब हम देखते हैं कि इसमें कौन कौन से कैरेक्टर्स हैं. एक हमारा कैरेक्टर है स्टीपन स्टीपेनोविच चुबुकोव. आप लोगों को मैं पहले ही बता देती हूँ, चुबुकोव तो चलो ठीक है हमें याद है, लेकिन और टू बी ऑन अ सेफर साइड प्लीज रिमेंबर एंड यू शुड डू दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर द नेम ऑफ द कैरेक्टर. ठीक है, आपको जो नाम है कैरेक्टर का वो डेफिनेटली याद होना चाहिए. यू शुड डेफिनेटली रिमेंबर इट. ठीक है. सो स्टीफन स्टीफेनोविच चुबुकोव एक लैंड ओनर है. ठीक है. ही वेलकम्स लोमोव एंड टॉक्स टू हिम इन एन एक्सट्रीमली पोलाइट टोन. वो क्या करता है कि वो लोमोव को वेलकम करता है और उससे बहुत ही ज्यादा पोलाइट टोन में बात करता है. ही डाउट्स दैट लोमोव हैज कम टू बोरो मनी. वो उसके अंदर ये डाउट आता है कि लोमोव ना पैसे बोरो करने आया, उधार लेने आया है, एंड इज प्रिपेयर टू रिफ्यूज हिम इफ ही आस्क फॉर हेल्प. और वो बिल्कुल प्रिपेयर हो जाता है लोमोव चुबुकोव एंड नताशा. हाँ हाँ राइट अंशुल. सो इसमें वो बिल्कुल तैयार हो जाता है दैट ही इज गोइंग टू से नो. सो यहाँ पे मैंने आप लोगों को ये सेंटेंस करवाया था, जो मैंने प्रपोजल का वन शॉट आप लोगों को समझाया था. वहां पे मैंने ये बताया था दैट चुबुकोव ही वाज अ हिपोक्रेट. Okay, because he was something, hypocrite क्या होते हैं, दोगले लोग. Like he was having a double face. He was something else on the face and behind the back he was like totally different. ठीक है, हमें ये चीज समझ आती है. लाइक दिस इज व्हाट वी सी इन फैक्ट. सो ही इज डाउटिंग कि लोमोव आया है क्यों, बोरो करने पैसे. ठीक है. और इज प्रिपेयर टू रिफ्यूज हिम इफ ही आस्क फॉर हेल्प. सो he had been using very cheesy words, he had been using very sophisticated and exotic words to address him by the words such as my angel, my dear, my son. Okay, so you can quote those things in your answers. When I had explained you the play proposal bit by bit, I had mentioned these points to you, that therein I had mentioned that I am marking all this right now so that you guys can use them in your answers when you are doing the characters analysis. Okay, is that clear? Ma'am, Natalia, not Natasha. No, 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 no. Natasha was her nickname that was being given in the book, right? Her father addressed her as Natasha also, and her actual name was Natalia. All right. Yep, Anshul. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, very good. Yeah, I think Sanjeev, you're Bhumi, if I'm not wrong, right? Bhumi. That is what I remember. So, yeah, that is the thing that you need to remember these things. So try to incorporate those things in your answers. That will give a worth to your answer. ठीक है. So he is basically a landowner, and what does he do? He welcomes Lomov and talks to him in an extremely polite tone. तो वो क्या करता है, वो लोमोव को वेलकम करता है और उससे बात करता है बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्सट्रीमली, बहुत ही ज़्यादा पोलाइट टोन में. सो ही डाउट्स, वो डाउट करता है दैट लोमोव हैज़ कम टू बोरो मनी एंड इज प्रिपेयर टू रिफ्यूज हिम इफ ही आस्क फॉर हेल्प. सो यहाँ पे बेसिकली बात क्या है कि because he was using all those cheesy words, and then like he was thinking in his mind that if he's gonna, like, he addressed him as my son also. And later on you'll see that once he revealed, like once Lomov revealed that he had come in order to propose his daughter, all his stance got changed immediately. Like he started taking him as his own son, and he said that he had always regarded him as his son, which was not true. If he would have regarded him as his son, he would not have thought of not lending him money. No father does that to a son in need, right? And we didn't see any negative attribute of Lomov right from the start, that he was not of a good background or he was somebody belonging to any bad company. Nothing like that. Still, like he said like this. So he was not the real person. Okay, hey Shrishti, hi dear, my classes they usually take place at 2 p.m. All right, but these days, all right, because your exams are approaching, so several and multiple sessions are taking place. So you need to keep an eye on the channel so that you keep on getting the like notifications. Usually 2 p.m. is the time wherein you will definitely find one of the classes. But if that doesn't happen, then definitely at 10 a.m. in the morning would there be a class. Okay, there would be a class. Okay, yeah, alrighty. Okay, Bhumi, I got that. All right. Now we are moving ahead. So he is overwhelmed. Overwhelmed मतलब कि बहुत ही ज़्यादा खुश हो जाता है when Lomov shows his interest in marrying his daughter. जब Lomov अपना interest दिखाता है उसकी daughter से नटालिया से शादी करने में, as Lomov too is a rich landowner and lives next to his house. क्योंकि Lomov भी एक rich landowner है वो और वो उसका neighbor ही है. Okay, all right. Is that clear? So he joins his daughter in the argument. Okay. So basically क्या है वो join करता है अपनी daughter को argument में about the possession of oxen meadows. ठीक है एंड ऑलमोस्ट फॉरगेटिंग अबाउट द मैरिज प्रपोजल जो बिल्कुल ऑलमोस्ट भूल जाता है क्या मैरिज के प्रपोजल के बारे में सो वी सी दैट ही इज आर्ग्यूमेंटेटिव इन नेचर ऑल राइट you can use these words. He is argumentative in nature. He is a hypocrite. All right. He is not real in what he says. Okay. Keep these things in your mind. All right. Am I clear on this, everyone? Naresh, go ahead with your question there. You should instead be posting your question. I hope you're not spamming because I do not entertain the spammers. Like, I do not at all do that. Okay. Sarah, thank you then. I take it as a compliment. Okay, now we see next. Later, he hurriedly gives his daughter's hand in Lomov's hand and asks them to kiss because he doesn't want Lomov to withdraw the proposal. So basically, like he was being called in. क्यों उसको बुलाया जा रहा था? So like he was being called in order to just sort out. मतलब he was acting as a person who would like be helping him in solving the argument. ठीक है? But actually the thing is that that was not happening. All right, instead he was also entering into the argument and he used a lot of like abusive words against him. Okay, like he used a lot of abusive words against the against Lomo. Okay, so he tried to pacify the couple. So he was being like somewhat you can say that he was loaded with the responsibilities of a father and he wanted to get rid of all that, and that is why he didn't want to like he didn't want to lose the proposal that had come for his daughter, and that is why he just gave the hand of his daughter into Lomov's hand even when the argument was going on and he was not in a conscious state. Lomo was not in a conscious state. All right, is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everyone? Quickly tell me, everybody. समझ में आया? So herein I provided the hints to all of you. If it's gonna be the 6-mark question, you have to be like very sure that you are giving the right answers to it. All right. Okay, is that clear? A women of ma'am, what does it mean? Ruhani credulous basically means that when you are quickly accepting things. Okay, like when you are like readily accepting the things. All right, or believing the things. Women of strength known it is in the journey when she will become strong. Comment on the basis of lesson. Okay, sorry. A woman of strength known it is in the journey when she will become strong. Okay, in the journey when she will become strong. Good. Do you think you have written the right question, Naresh? Again, check your question because I think there seems to be some problem. A woman of strength known it is in the journey when she will become strong. अच्छा, okay. सी आई गॉट योर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन का ये मतलब ये है कि आपको अपनी मतलब एक विमेन ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ, ठीक है, वो अपने बारे में अपनी खुद के बारे में तब जान पाती है कि उसकी क्या स्ट्रेंथ है क्या नहीं है जब वो स्ट्रॉन्ग बन जाती है. सो वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द कैरेक्टर ऑफ भोली इन दिस केस. ये मैं अभी आपको करवाने वाली हूँ, तो यू स्टे ट्यून्ड, यू विल गेट एन आंसर फॉर दैट क्वेश्चन वंस वी आर गोना डिस्कस इट. ठीक है नरेश, क्लियर? सबको आ गया समझ में? अब हम चलेंगे हमारे नेक्स्ट कैरेक्टर की तरफ जो कौन सा है, इवन वैसिलोविच लोमोव. ठीक है, वो कौन है? वो एक रिच लैंड ओनर है हु लिव्स नेक्स्ट टू चुबुकोव. कहाँ रहता है वो? चुबुकोव से नेक्स्ट रहता है. सो वो कौन है? वो एक 35 ईयर्स ओल्ड आदमी है और उसका एक वीक हार्ट है. ठीक है, सो ही सफर्स फॉर पैसिफाई, मतलब कि ऐसे बिल्कुल सांत्वना देना कि हम जैसे बच्चे को पैसिफाई कर देना, बेटा चुप हो जाओ, कोई बात नहीं, पापा ने एक थप्पड़ मार दिया, कोई बात नहीं, चुप हो जाओ चुप हो जाओ. सो वो पैसिफाई करने की कोशिश करे कि अच्छा ठीक है आप लड़ाई खत्म करो, अच्छा ठीक है लड़ाई खत्म करो, लाइक दैट. ओके, सो ही इज 35 ईयर्स ओल्ड एंड हैज वीक हार्ट. वीक हार्ट का मतलब क्या होता है कि उसके बहुत सारे मतलब ही सफर्स फ्रॉम पैल्पिटेशंस. ऑल राइट, दैट इज व्हाट वी सी। पैल्पिटेशन मतलब दिल का धड़कना, बहुत ज्यादा धड़कन तेज हो जाना। ठीक है, तो ये वो है। वेन एवर ही इज टेंस, जब भी वो परेशान होता है, ही पैल्पिटेट्स, उसकी धड़कनें तेज हो जाती हैं। ही फील सम डिस्कम्फर्ट इन हिज हार्ट, उसको अपने हार्ट में कुछ कुछ तरीके का एक डिस्कम्फर्ट फील होता है। और जो उसका फुट है ना, वो भी बहुत नम हो जाता है। ही हैज स्लीपिंग डिसऑर्डर्स एज वेल, उसको स्लीपिंग प्रॉब्लम्स भी है। डिसऑर्डर्स क्या होते हैं? लाइक प्रॉब्लम्स। ठीक है, उसको स्लीपिंग प्रॉब्लम्स भी हैं। ठीक है, so what do we see? That he wants to marry Natalia and comes to meet Mr. Chubukov for the same reason. So now, like, he has come for this very particular purpose, that he wanted to propose Natalia and he had come to meet Chubukov. However, we are gonna say, Ninu beta, we are going to have the menti sessions in the month of December, not now. For this month we are not going to have any menti session, please keep that in your mind. ठीक है, सो अब यहाँ पे क्या है कि वो नटालिया से शादी करना चाहता है और वो मिस्टर चुबुकोव से मिलने आता है सेम रीजन के लिए। बट हम यहाँ पे क्या देखते हैं, दैट वी सीन that he was a man filled with nervousness. He was so nervous when he had come to Chubukov's. The first nervousness was clearly seen when he was trying to tell Mr. Chubukov the purpose of his arrival at his home. Okay, and the second nervousness was so clearly visible when he started talking to Natalia when she had come. So he was stating the reason. So he was building a foundation to what he wanted to say. He didn't directly go with the he didn't directly mention what he had come for. Instead, he was just like building the base of his conversation, okay, which led them to a huge fight, okay, and an endless one as well. Hi Dhirendra, hello dear. Okay, got it everybody? समझ में आया? So we see that he argues with Natalia about the oxen meadows and calls himself the owner of that piece of land. However, he was not the one who started the argument, it was Natalia. So we came to know that Natalia was not ready to listen to him, but Lomo was like rational enough to explain them the actual reason behind him saying that those meadows belong to him. But they were not ready to listen to him. However, the oxen meadows belonged to Lomov only. Okay, and in this very particular answer, like when you have to be descriptive, if it's gonna be a 6 marker thing, therein you're supposed to be descriptive, you'll have to provide the details. So in that case, what you're gonna do, उस केस में आप क्या करोगे? उस केस में like you can definitely provide the details. However, you will have to go into a proper description. You can definitely write about him justifying, he justifying the reasons to get married. जो वो justify कर रहा था ना reasons शादी करने के लिए, हाँ, शादी करने के लिए जो वो reasons justify कर रहा था, that he was already 35 years old, which he regarded to be a critical age. Then he was talking about what? Then he started talking about his palpitations, the problems in his foot, and the problems that he faced while sleeping. All right, and he had also provided the justification for marrying Natalia. He regarded Natalia as like an average looking girl. So when we are gonna talk about Natalia, we are never gonna mention that she was a beautiful girl, okay? Because he himself described her as an average looking girl, not really bad, which clearly shows that she was not a very beautiful girl. Okay, clear? So you can incorporate those points. Now the argument continues and he starts feeling sick, and then he was being like he was being he was being targeted with the bad words as well by Chubukov and Natalia. Okay, Natalia regarded him in a very bad tone. She in a way insulted him, however he insulted her. However, Chubukov also insulted him by using some kind of abusive words, and you guys can quote those abusive words. Just try to write them in your answers when you're writing it. Okay, so please give a thorough read to your play. Now he leaves the house, वो घर छोड़ देता है, but he comes immediately when Chubukov calls him. वो घर छोड़ देता है लेकिन वो immediately आता है जैसे ही Chubukov उसे बुलाता है. Now he is unable to stop himself from continuing the argument even after the proposal is materialized, because it was Natalia who had initiated it. ठीक है? Did you all get that, people? समझ में आ गया? बेटा मैंने आपको सुबह बताया है, प्लीज चेक आउट द वीडियोस दैट आर अवेलेबल. प्लीज मीट मी इन द स्पेशल क्लास टुडे एट 9:30 PM. I'll tell you therein, okay? Is that clear? Everyone got it well? Okay, I mean clear. Good. All right, Anshul. So that is how I am. Okay. Now coming to Natalia. All right, let me tell you all that the another name of Natalia is Natasha, as is being given in the chapter. Okay, I mean in the drama. And also please make sure that you are taking it as a drama or it's a play. And like you know, like anybody who writes a drama or a play is actually a playwright. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Alrighty people चलिए नटालिया इज द डॉटर ऑफ चुबुकोव सो नटालिया क्या है नटालिया डॉटर है चुबुकोव की शी इज एन एवरेज लुकिंग गर्ल एज इज बीइंग like informed by Chubukov, sorry, Lomov, and she's an educated girl. She's a great housekeeper because we saw her shelling the peas, taking care of everything. She was concerned about the hay also that was being cut before the period, and like she was talking about everything with him. So her father calls her a lovesick cat, but we are gonna talk about these particular adjectives also, that she is very much melodramatic in nature. All right, like she is really so much melodramatic. Like when she was being told that he had come to propose her, she acted as if like she was about to faint and she was like going out of her senses. Nothing like that was actually happening. Okay, so we see that she was a quarrelsome girl, quarrelsome as in like जो झगड़ालू होते हैं, and abusive मतलब गाली गलौज करने वाले. She makes fun of Lumo's weak heart. वो उसके weak heart का बहुत ज़्यादा fun मतलब मजाक उड़ाती है. So when Lumov leaves, जब Lumov चला जाता है and she comes to know that he wanted to marry her, immediately her anger changes into regret, and then her drama opens. All right, she gets so melodramatic. She started even criticizing her father then. So that is how we come to know that though she has been like described as being an educated girl, but she didn't show her education at all. She was talking in a very ruthless manner with Lomov, and she was very argumentative. She was not ready to accept and listen the fact. She was just constantly stating what she knew, and she was not thinking from a rational approach. It's just that what she believed, she believed. She was not ready to accept the other thing. All right, did you get that, everyone? Is that clear, everybody? Okay, so she starts crying dramatically. वो बहुत ज़्यादा dramatically रोने लग जाती है over a lost chance कि मेरे हाथ से ये chance निकल गया. Okay, then she asks her father to bring him back else she would die. ये बहुत हंसी वाला सीन है. ठीक है, वो ऐसी कह रही थी कि जल्दी से उसको लेके आओ, मैं मर रही हूँ, समथिंग लाइक दैट. एंड इट वाज लाइक अ कांस्टेंट चेंज ऑफ हर स्टैंस विच रियली शोड कि बहुत ही ड्रामेबाज थी. ठीक है, एंड द वर्ड फ्रॉम ड्रामेबाज इज लाइक melodramatic. Even after she accepts Lumov and kisses him, she starts quarreling with him in no time. So the first quarrel was on the meadows, the second quarrel was on the dogs, the squeezer, like who was the better dog, like who was the better one, the squeezer or the guess. Okay, all right, so that is what they were doing. Okay, we are done with that. Do you have any question related to that, everybody? Quickly, everyone. चलिए अब हम चलते हैं हमारी नेक्स्ट फॉर्म की तरफ. सॉरी आई मिस दिस like exclamation here. I've been saying this to all of you every time whenever we are writing this title. You have to always make sure that you are using the exclamation with it. It's like very very important. ठीक है, Amanda poem क्या दे रखा है जल्दी बताओ. What is being given in the poem Amanda? Quickly tell me in the comment section. Everyone. Quickly, everyone. About the careless behavior in the poem, Amanda, the central theme is majorly focused on control and freedom. Okay, what's the question, ma'am? Dhirendra, what is being given in the poem, Amanda? The longing for freedom and a mother who represents instructional control over freedom. Okay, so I had explained this to all of you, I think yesterday also when we were doing the important questions from the forms, or maybe day before yesterday. Like if somebody is asking you a question as in what is being given in the poem Amanda, you'll have to talk about the facts that Amanda is a poem which is talking about the working of a little girl's mind. Okay, it's talking like it is basically like showing that how the mind of a little girl works, like she seeks for freedom and liberty because her immature mind doesn't understand the importance of the instructions or restrictions put on her by her parent. All right, she's not mature enough to understand that she's being instructed because at a very tender age only the child can refine his or her habits or skills. Later, when all those habits and skills are polished, it is really difficult to mold them. So a child is always taught at the beginning of his or her life. Later in the middle ages or in the adolescence or the teenage, like teaching the habits is okay. However, molding the habits becomes so difficult. I had told this so perfectly. So we are not going to talk about that. This is yeah. So we are not going to talk about the saver girls who is constantly nagged by the elders. Yes, Prakash Mani, that is the right thing. That you're talking about the mental state of a little girl's mind. So please do not say like if somebody is asking you what is Amanda all about, you cannot say that it's about her careless behavior. No, she was not being careless. It's just that she was a child and she didn't know what's right or wrong. It's just that she needed a kind of a guidance which she was getting from her parents. However, she was not acting in a positive manner towards those instructions because she was looking for total peace and calmness because the constant nagging was not being liked by her. Okay, is that clear? The constant instructions given and if she found a defense mechanism to deal with. Yep, absolutely right, Akriti. To like some extent, you have given a refined answer. ठीक है सो अब अगर हम अमेंडा कैरेक्टर की बात करेंगे तो उसमें आप लोगों को क्या क्या पॉइंट्स हैं जो इनकॉर्पोरेट करने हैं पहली चीज अमेंडा इज अ स्मॉल गर्ल एक छोटी बच्ची है हु इज टर्म्ड एज मूडी उसको मूडी बोला गया है उसके केयरलेस बिहेवियर के लिए all right. Her life is full of struggles where she is denied freedom and expression. उसकी जो लाइफ है वो पूरे स्ट्रगल से भरी पड़ी है जहाँ पे उसको फ्रीडम और एक्सप्रेशन नहीं दिया जा रहा. Amanda is so much irate मतलब वो इतनी ज़्यादा irritated है that she escapes reality. All right. That she escapes reality by living in her imaginative world. Through this gateway, she experiences calmness away from her nagging parents. But it is very surprising to know that this or her defense mechanism to shield against her nagging parents. So वो basically इसको एक defense, all right, उसका ये डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म जो है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है आई मीन ये बेसिकली उसका डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म है अगेंस्ट हर नेगिंग पेरेंट्स so Amanda जो है what is happening like she is getting instructions from her parents which become too much to handle for the small girl. She is told not to eat her nails and sit in a proper position. Amanda's response to it is her work of imagination where she is mermaid drifting effortlessly. All right by the languid क्या होता है relaxed river. ठीक है Furthermore, she is asked about cleaning her room and finishing her homework, to which she reacts being an orphan, roaming in the street and making patterns with her bare feet. Patterns are the designs, bare is the naked feet. Amanda then faces the heat for eating a chocolate. फिर Amanda heat face करती है chocolate खाने के लिए, which it once caused her acne. So she takes the form of Rapunzel and wishes to live on top of a tower away from everyone in her imagination. Amanda's parents are upset over her behavior and casualness, but she stays in her own world. All this portray Amanda in a positive light, while her parents in a negative light. This is what the answer is. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Sanjana, we are not being told about it, so we are not even gonna write any number in our examination. All right, is that clear, everyone? धीरेन्द्र बेटा मैंने आपको अभी यही एक्सप्लेन किया है कि हम अमेंडा के स्ट्रगल्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं वो इतनी ज़्यादा इरिटेटेड थी कि उसने एक डिफेंस ढूंढा एक मैकेनिज्म एक तरीका ढूंढा कि वो अपनी रियलिटी को इग्नोर कर सके उसने क्या ढूंढा कि वो इमेजिनेटिव वर्ल्ड में जाके घुस गई और वहाँ पे जाके शी स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग हर्सल टू बी अ मर्मेड सबसे पहले फिर वो ऑर्फन अपने आप को इमेजिन करती है फिर वो अपने आप को रपुंजल इमेजिन करती है तो शी वॉज लाइक बीइंग अ गुड गर्ल इन टर्म्स ऑफ नॉट आंसरिंग बैक टू हर mother but she was appearing to be a moody because she was lost in her own world. She was not paying attention to what was being told to her because like she was constantly being nagged and she wanted some sort of freedom from that nagging. ठीक है? प्रकाश मनी we already did that. अभी मैं और भी sessions आप लोगों को करवाऊंगी, so don't be worried about it. Okay, is that clear to everybody? Is that clear? Yes, everyone. Okay, absolutely yes. चलिए फिर अब हम चलते हैं हमारे टी फ्रॉम असम में, जहाँ पे हम करेंगे कैरेक्टर राजवीर का, विच इज एक्चुअली द इम्पोर्टेंट कैरेक्टर. ओके, राजवीर का कैरेक्टर इज द मोस्ट डोमिनेंट कैरेक्टर इन द एंटायर चैप्टर. तो ही वॉज गोइंग टू असम विद प्रांजल. प्रांजल कौन है? प्रांजल उसका फ्रेंड है, लाइक हु लिव्ड इन असम. एज ही इनवाइटेड राजवीर टू स्पेंड समर वेकेशन देयर, सो वी सी दैट राजवीर सॉ मच ग्रीनरी. उसको बहुत सारी ग्रीनरी दिखाई देती है जब वो ट्रेन से बाहर दिखता है. ही वॉज अमेज्ड टू सी द सॉफ्ट ग्रीन पैडी फील्ड्स फर्स्ट एंड देन द green tea bushes. Though Rajveer was an ardent मतलब बहुत ही ज़्यादा serious fan था वो detective stories का. He was a keener मतलब वो बहुत ज़्यादा interested था beautiful scenery देखने में जब प्रांजल बुक पढ़ रहा था. राजवीर बहुत ज़्यादा excited था टी गार्डन विजिट करने में, इसलिए उसने टी गार्डन के बारे में और बेसिकली असम के बारे में बहुत पढ़ा था. उसके पापा ने भी प्रांजल के फादर लाइक ही ऑल्सो सेड दैट राजवीर हैड ऑलरेडी डन हिज होमवर्क बिफोर विजिटिंग असम. It was green all around. Rajveer had never seen such greenery in his life. So the tea gardens are stretched as far as the eyes are able to see things. Beside the tiny plants, there were tall shady trees. So Rajveer had vast theoretical knowledge about tea gardens. He even knew the theories related to the discovery of tea. So you can Satyam, that's gonna happen the next month, beta. All right. Sunita, next month. Next month we're gonna come up with the PYQ series. Okay? So ये सारे points आप बताओगे. Also in the context of Rajveer, you are gonna talk about these things that he was a well-read. Can you all see this? Well-read. He was a well-read student. I mean, well-read boy. He was an intelligent person. All right, and he was having a very good theoretical knowledge. All right, and he was one more point that I wanted to highlight over here, which is he was an ardent fan of detective stories. Okay, that's what you're gonna talk about. Yeah, loss again, you're gonna get that all right when you're gonna get that on community. That is going to be helpful for you. Dhirendra, I hope you are not just applying butter here. You're not buttering me. Okay, do not do that. Okay, now we have the next poem with us, which is the Tale of Custard the Dragon. इसमें हम बात करेंगे custard की, ठीक है, which is like a very important point. Just a minute, everybody. हाँ, so the Tale of Custard the Dragon में क्या दे रखा है? Who's going to tell me what is being mentioned in this very particular poem? What do we see? मैंने कल ही करवाया आप लोगों को, आना चाहिए आपको, ठीक है? Don't tell me कि आपको नहीं पता है. I want to like know from you guys what's being given in this very particular poem. Quickly, everyone. Yes, yes, quickly, everybody. What exactly is the meaning of the? I mean, what's being given in the poem? The Tale of Custard the Dragon. Quickly, let me know in the comment section, please. क्या दे रखा है इसमें? Custard is a coward. Really? Is that what we are gonna write, Sunita? Hi, Ashmita. Okay, I'm sorry, dear. I forgot about it. Okay, so here the thing is, see, Custard, all right, is basically the dragon, all right. He was the Belinda's pet and the teeth of the dragon. So we are going to talk about, देखो किसी भी character analysis में अगर आपको उस character का physical attribute पता है, तो take it seriously. ठीक है, उसको seriously consider करो. The poem is a fantasy in verse about Belinda. Yeah, that is very right. It's a whimsical fantasy. Absolutely, you are right about it. ठीक है, so Custard the dragon was Belinda's pet था, ठीक है, pet थी, and the teeth of the dragon, जो teeth थे dragon Custard के, they were having fine edges or points. There were spikes with sharp points on the top of his body, and beneath his body had scales or hard body. His mouth looked like a fireplace or earth, and his nose was like a chimney, and there were short pointed daggers like sharp points on his toes. Custard, in fact, was very brave, but still he kept asking for a nice, safe cage. It made people think him to be cowardly. He might be crying for a nice, safe cage so that he might not harm anyone when in anger, or he might be proving that a little safety cage averts a disaster. All right, averts a disaster is like avoids a disaster. Averting is like avoiding. Okay. So the others thought that he cried for a cage as he was a coward. So Custard saved Belinda and the other pets from the pirate. Custard the dragon jumped up, snorting and clashing his tail. He was making a lot of clatter and clankering, and he was squirming. He attacked the pirate. It terrified the pirate. He fired at Custard and missed. So Custard killed him by swelling him up. It shows that he was brave. He showed his braver side and attacked the pirate. Finally, Custard showed that he was not as coward as others. Okay, so this is what you need to keep in your mind. This is how we are gonna write. All right, when we're gonna talk about it. You what you have written the poem highlights that the judgment we make on the basis of their superficial characters, they are not always correct. Yep, that's absolutely correct. There is a, not are. There is a little kitten, a gray colored this and this and this. Yep, so that is right. Is okay, it's your personal favorite poem. Okay, lovely. Okay, I got that. Poetic license has been used really or truly. आपने spelling गलत लिखी है हिमांशु. It's REALIO. ठीक है, it's TRULIO. Remember the spellings correctly. If you are distorting the spellings, you're not gonna get the marks well. So you're not gonna distort the meaning. Okay, like the meaning has to be same. I mean, of course, you're not distorting the meaning. You shouldn't be distorting the spellings. Okay, is that clear to everybody? Got it? All right. Hey, Prakash Mani. Now let's get going, everybody. We are going. I have already seen your answer. Okay. Now the next chapter, which is the making of a scientist. Isme, like what are we gonna talk about is we are going to talk about the very character of parent. All right, like her mother. All right. Sorry, his mother. That is what we are gonna talk about. So Richard was the only child of his parents. Richard सिर्फ उसके मतलब parents का सिर्फ only child था. ठीक है. Now, all right, just a minute, everybody. Yep, sorry here. So parents basically plays a pivotal role. Pivotal क्या होता है? बहुत important role. All right, like the parents play a very pivotal role in determining not just our behavior but also our future in most cases. They are the ones who teach us. वही हमें parents हमें बताते हैं ना कि हम अपने लिए मतलब हमारे लिए क्या गलत है क्या सही है. ये इसमें भी आपका parents का रोल आया है. पोम एमेंडा में भी आपका पेरेंट्स का रोल आया है. सो क्वेश्चंस आप इस तरीके से मतलब क्वेश्चंस आपके एग्जाम में इस तरीके से थोड़े कंबाइन हो सकते हैं. तो थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगा के स्मार्टनेस के साथ गिव द आंसर्स इन योर एग्जामिनेशंस बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट इट्स गोना बी हेल्पफुल फॉर. सो कंसीडर इट दैट वे. ठीक है. Yeah, Himanshu got that. Anshul, don't forget it. I already have provided the explanation for the same on the very channel. You'll find it. So parents बहुत एक pivotal एक important role play करते हैं determine करने में. सिर्फ हमारा behavior ही नहीं, हमारा future भी बहुत सारे cases में. They are the ones मतलब वो लोग वो होते हैं जो हमें पढ़ाते हैं क्या सही है क्या गलत है. For most of us ज़्यादातर हम लोगों के लिए parents are our role models. Parents कौन होते हैं? वो हमारे role models होते हैं. एब्राइट्स मदर सपोर्टेड हर सन. एब्राइट की जो मम्मा थी उन्होंने क्या किया? अपने बच्चे को सपोर्ट किया एक साइंटिस्ट बनाने में. शी गेव हिम एन इंटेंसिव ट्रेनिंग, तो उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छी, एक बहुत प्रॉपर इंटेंसिव ट्रेनिंग दी. शी रियली प्लेड अ ह्यूज रोल इन मेकिंग हिम अ ग्रेट साइंटिस्ट. उन्होंने एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले किया उसको एक अच्छा साइंटिस्ट बनाने में. शी वुड टेक हिम ऑन ट्रिप्स ऑन टू एनकरेज लर्निंग. वो उनको ट्रिप्स पे लेके जाती थी, किस चीज़ के लिए, एनकरेज करने के लिए लर्निंग. He was a single child. एक अकेला बच्चा था. After his father died, his mother made him the focus of her life. जब उसके पापा की डेथ हो गई थी तो उसकी मम्मा ने उसको अपना फोकस बना लिया जिंदगी का. She used to keep her son busy. वो अपने बेटे को बहुत ज़्यादा बिजी रखती थी. If she found him sitting idle, अगर वो देखती थी कि वो खाली बैठा है, idle, AIDLE, the spelling has to be correct. It's not IDOL. तो अगर वो देखती थी कि वो खाली बैठा है, शी वुड फाइंड वर्क फॉर हिम. ठीक है, वो उसके लिए क्या कहते हैं, काम ढूंढती थी. नॉट फिजिकल वर्क बट लर्निंग थिंग्स, जैसे कि चीज़ें लर्न करना. हिज मदर वॉज वेरी सपोर्टिव. जो उसकी मम्मा थी बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्टिव थी. शी हेल्प्ड हर सन अ लॉट. उन्होंने उसके सन को बहुत बार हेल्प किया. शी इंस्पायर्ड हिम टू एक्सप्लोर न्यू थिंग्स. ठीक है, उन्होंने उसको इंस्पायर किया, ठीक है, नई चीज़ों के लिए, और उनके अंदर एक सेंस ऑफ डिस्कवरी डाला अपने बच्चे में, जिससे कि वो और भी चीज़ें ढूंढे. ठीक है, शी वुड बाय हिम ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ माइक्रोस्कोप्स. वो उसके लिए सभी टाइप के माइक्रोस्कोप्स लेके आती थी, टेलीस्कोप्स लेके आती थी और बाकी के इक्विपमेंट्स लाती थी. तो डिनर के बाद उसने उनको प्रॉब्लम्स देती थी सॉल्व करने के लिए. दैट्स हेल्प रिचर्ड टू लर्न अ लॉट. शी वाज हिज ओनली कंपेनियन फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. सो वही उसकी बहुत अच्छी कंपेनियन थी. ठीक है, और सिर्फ कंपेनियन थी बहुत टाइम तक. It was his mother who got him the book, The Travels of Monarch X, which turned out to be which actually brought a change in his life. Okay, from here his life changed, and that acted as a turning point in his life. So this book opened the world of science for Richard. She also wrote to Dr. Urquhart to guide her son. The scientist helped Richard and guided him. Thus his mother actually shaped him into an extraordinary scientist. उसको एक extraordinary scientist उसकी मम्मा ने ही बनाया. All right, that is what we see. Do you all get that? समझ में आई ये बात? Do you all understand that? I hope that's clear. Now we are going to talk about the character Richard. So Richard was the only child of his parents. He had no company at home to play with. उसके पास कोई कंपनी नहीं थी घर पे. ठीक है, क्या कहते हैं, खेलने के लिए. Okay, so we see, so he started collecting things in his spare time. Spare मतलब खाली टाइम में उसने चीजें कलेक्ट करना स्टार्ट कर दिया. He would collect coins. उसने coins कलेक्ट किए थे, fossils कलेक्ट किए थे, rocks किए थे, butterflies किए थे as a hobby. ठीक है, so he was a champion debater. वो एक champion debater भी थे and public speaker भी थे. So Richard's mother made Richard the center of her life. She would buy microscopes, telescopes and books for him. She arranged trips for him and would also prepare difficult tasks for him. This helped him to learn a lot. He was a good canoeist and all around outdoor person. He was also an expert photographer, particularly of natural and scientific exhibits. So at the end of the book, The Travels of Monarch X, readers were invited to help study butterfly migrations. They were asked to tag butterflies for research by Dr. Frederick A. Urquhart. So हमने यहाँ पे क्या देख रहे हो आप लोग? यहाँ पे हम लोग बेसिकली ये देख रहे हैं कि हमें जितने भी उसके की हाइलाइट्स थे ना उसके करियर के, that's what we are gonna write in this. Okay. Are you all getting that? Yeah, because of his mother, he had become the scientist. All right, and now what the right way for writing the correct answers in English is, for that, attend my special classes. All right. And public speaker. So Richard's mother made Richard the center of her life, and you know that it helped him, like at the end of the book. The butterfly collecting season around reading last 6 weeks in the late summer. If Ebright went to chase them one by one, he could not catch very many, so he decided to raise a flock of butterflies. Ebright made valuable contributions to the world of science. He discovered an unknown insect hormone and also determined now the cell could read the blueprint of its DNA. Richard had a rare honor at the age of 22. He wrote an article with his friend about a theory of how cells work. The article was published in the Scientific Journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. So no one had the achievement at such a young age before him. Now, these are also the further points that you all can go ahead with, like when you're going to talk about his character. Okay, like how did he win at the a science fair, and the author has mentioned the 3 qualities that made him like the very perfect person. That is a first-rate mind, curiosity, and the will to win for the right reason. So from the very beginning, he had a driving curiosity along with a bright mind. Okay. Now we are talking about the next chapter, okay, which is what we are going to talk about. Matilda's husband. All right, that's what we're gonna refer to. So he was Matilda's husband. He was a simple clerk and a loving husband. He used to appreciate Matilda's cooking and praise how good she looked in her simple dress. He presented the invitation to his wife with an expectation that it would make her happy. Instead, it made her sad. He gave 400 francs to Matilda so that she could buy a dress. All right, has deducted. What answer do you want? Has deducted my marks by saying that slouching means to bend. No, slouching doesn't mean to bend. Slouching means like just lying in a very relaxed position. That is what it means. Okay. So he later enjoyed the party, although he was tired and half asleep. He went everywhere to search it. He had given all the money he had inherited to pay the debt, and even after this, we never see him scolding his wife. अब हम चलते हैं हमारे कैरेक्टर भोली की तरफ. ठीक है, भोली में क्या है? But she shouldn't have done that. You should counter question. All right, slouching doesn't mean that. Like hunch is like something that means to bend. However, slouching doesn't mean that. You should be like again talking to your teacher about it. Okay, now the next chapter, Bholi. Somebody asked me a question related to this chapter, so this is what you're gonna do. So we are gonna talk about Sulekha, ठीक है, जिसका नाम भोली था. So उसका nickname भोली था क्योंकि वो एक simpleton थी. Simpleton का मतलब यहाँ पे आप foolish करोगे, यहाँ पे आप क्या कहते हैं simple नहीं करोगे. So she was mentally slow, mental level पे वो थोड़ा क्या कहते हैं कम उसकी समझदारी थी और anybody could befool her, मतलब कोई भी उसको पागल बना सकता था. Sulekha was a baby when she fell down from a coach. जब वो एक छोटी बच्ची थी वो अपने पालने से गिर गई थी. हर ब्रेन उसका एक पार्ट उसके ब्रेन का डैमेज हो गया था. शी कुड नॉट स्पीक, वो बोल नहीं सकती थी जब तक वो 5 साल की हुई. शी वॉज मेंटली स्लो, मतलब मेंटल लेवल पे वो स्लो थी और उसमें कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं था. इसलिए उसने क्या किया, शी स्टार्टेड स्टेमरिंग, हकलाने लग गई. सो ड्यू टू हर फिजिकल अपेयरेंस, उसके फिजिकल अपेयरेंस की वजह से भोली अपने पेरेंट्स से भी निग्लेक्ट होती थी. उसके पेरेंट्स उसे कभी भी प्रॉपर अटेंशन नहीं देते थे. न्यू ड्रेसेस वर मेड फॉर हर सिस्टर्स, नई ड्रेसेस उसकी बहनों के लिए बनाई जाती थी. एंड द ओल्ड ड्रेसेस ऑफ अ सिस्टर वो पास्ड ऑन टू हर, और जो पुरानी ड्रेसेस होती थी उसकी बहनों की वो उसको दे दी जाती थी. नो वन एवर केयर टू माइंड और वॉश हर क्लोथ्स, किसी ने कभी मतलब ये चीज़ का मतलब जिक्र भी नहीं किया कि वो उसके कपड़े धोए या उसके कपड़ों की केयर करे. हाँ, पेरेंट्स, उसके पेरेंट्स ने कभी भी मतलब प्यार नहीं दिखाया भोली को जो वो डिजर्व करती थी एज अ चाइल्ड. सो भोली डिड नॉट नो व्हाट अ स्कूल वाज लाइक, उसे पता नहीं था स्कूल क्या होता है, उसने कभी उसके बारे में सुना नहीं था. जब उसके पापा ने उसके हाथ पकड़ के उसको स्कूल ले जाने लगे तो वो बहुत डर गई थी एंड लाइक शी वाज स्कैर्ड कि उसको ड्रैग किया जा रहा है घर से बाहर. सो शी वॉज रिलक्टेंट, इसलिए वो जाने को तैयार नहीं थी. भोली रिफ्यूज टू मैरी अ ग्रीडी मैन, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है कि उसने मना कर दिया. ऑल राइट, वी आर गोइंग टू हैव इट सरिता द नेक्स्ट मंथ. ओके, सो जो उसकी क्या कहते हैं या सो बोली ने मना कर दिया था कि वो एक लालची आदमी से शादी नहीं करेगी. उसकी जो टीचर थी उसने हेल्प किया, उसको मोटिवेट किया, करेज दिया कि जिससे कि वो नॉलेज मिले और ट्रांसफॉर्म हो कम्प्लीटली. उसको ये भी रियलाइज हुआ कि बिशंबर जो था वो अपने उसके फादर को एक्सप्लॉइट करने की कोशिश कर रहा था उसके लुक्स की वजह से. तो उसको नॉलेज मिली और वो एम्पावर्ड हुई. सो इट द चैप्टर लाइक बेसिकली वी आर हेयर टॉकिंग अबाउट द फैक्ट that a woman gets strength once she's being empowered and she is being given the knowledge. Like an educated woman is like one who knows what her rights are, and that is important to understand and to learn so as to speak for one own self when something bad is happening. All right, is that clear? Okay, Shivdat, I will let you know of it. Yeah, because he was demanding dowry, because demanding dowry is a crime in itself. So she was fully transformed from Boli to Sulekha at the end. So education changed her for good. She took a stand for herself and spoke for her own welfare. After education, Bholi has really changed to Sulekha. So Sulekha is a person like who's got like which basically describes like beautiful in letters. So she became really intelligent in knowing the letters, and her assertion during marriage is her announcement to the world that she is no more a Bholi but Sulekha. So it depicts being a literate, intelligent, and mature individual. So she was independent and decided to serve her parents and work as a teacher in the village school. Is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Now we are going to talk about her parents. ठीक है उनके parents का क्या character था that she was being neglected by her parents. Her father was worried about her looks and intellect. Her mother believed that nobody will marry an educated girl. Her mother was sure that no one would marry her, so she suggested that let she be sent to the school. She said let the teachers at school worry about her. They were rude to the 7-year-old little girl and addressed her as a fool. When a marriage proposal came for Puli, Ramlal was not interested to accept it as the groom was old and used to limp. Langrata tha. He was also concerned about Bholi's view. The mother wanted to get rid of Bholi and said, what will that witless one say? Okay, so now we're going to talk about the mother specifically, that is Ramlal's wife. She was an uncaring and callous mother. She never showed the affection to Bholi that she deserved as her child. She felt that the girl with poke marks and lack of sense was a burden. That's why she sent her to school so that the teachers would take care of her at the school. Even when it was the matter of her marriage, the mother showed no sympathy and consented to get her married to an old and lame man. So his wife was an orthodox village woman. She was against the idea of sending her daughters to school. She thought that education would affect the marriage prospects adversely, and she never got the attention. Before school day, she was bathed and given a clean dress. Oil was rubbed into her dry and matted hair. This made her feel that she was going to a better place. However, Bholi's parents accepted Bishamba's marriage proposal because if they don't accept it, they would not be married for the rest of her life. So that is what we are going to hear reflecting upon. Then we have the next character, which is what? All right, which is the character of the teacher. She helped her overcome the social barriers by motivating and encouraging her. She played an important role in changing the course of her life. She was polite and friendly and touched her heart. She encouraged her every time and affectionate towards her. She transformed her into a confident person who could read, write, and speak clearly. This gave her the required confidence. Moreover, teachers' appreciation and encouragement helped her overcome her own morale. So the teacher talked to her in a very polite manner, friendly manner. She assured her that if she would put the fear out of her heart, she would be able to speak properly. Okay, so that is what here we are dealing with. All right. Of course, education always makes you confident. You're so confident that you know it and you can do it, right? It instills a confidence in you. Now, what makes you so confident while you're speaking English so fluently? Because you know that you can do that. You know, like no matter if you're standing in front of 10 people, 20, 30, or like a thousands of people or lakhs of people, if you're being given a speaker, sorry, if you're being given a mic, you will be speaking well because you know you can do it. You know that you have the ability of doing it. So that always makes one so confident, no? Like if I'm asking you, are you confident enough? Can you face the crowd? So you're like, yes, I can do it. I can be the anchor of the show. How does that come? That comes via your education. Okay. Now, everybody, it's a news for everyone right in now. We have come up with CBSE class 6 to 12 special price offer. Like we are just on with 45% off on our CBSE 6 to 12 subscriptions, unlimited access to live and recorded classes, structured patches and courses, in class dot solving sessions by top educators, live tests and quizzes. All you need to do is आपको सिर्फ PSH 10 code use करना है, आपको subscribe करना है. This is going to help you all in a long run. So you better go ahead with it. It has already been going on. The offer started on November 22. So go and subscribe. We have got different plans. For example, in Plus, if you want to go for 18 months, we have 30,499 current price. However, you'll have to pay 20,249. You're going to save 10,250, which is 34% of the savings. In Iconic, if you want to go for 12 months, it is 37,030 rupees. 23,309 is what you're going to pay. 13,631 is what you're going to save. 37% of the savings. Jaldi se code karo, use PSH 10 and you're good to go. Linguistics batch for grammar, everybody, Hindi and English for class 10. Start date November 17. Lakhan sir, Akash sir, Vandana ma'am and Bhavna ma'am, they are there. One shot revision, maths, science and social science. CBSE class 10 batch start date is November 3. Mode of delivery is English. Vanessa, Akshay sir, Hemal sir and Hardik sir are there. Answer writing batch and PYQs, maths, science and social science. November 10, class 9 it is. Mode of delivery is English. Vanessa, Hardik sir and Bhavna ma'am are there. So use the code PSH10 and go ahead. Compete is something which is there for you. Battle and know where you stand. Play one-to-one live question battles and improve your rating. It's live on the Unacademy Android app. Alrighty, people. So thank you, everyone. I hope you really love the session. Meet me in the very special class right at 9:30 p.m. today itself. Alright, and if you are watching it for the first time, do not forget to subscribe the channel. Kindly hit the bell button and do not forget to like and share it with all your friends too. Take care. Bye bye. And